depending upon the data that we have, and very important, the pipe that we have created in Snowflake, it is very important to check whether our pipe is functioning or not. If it is required to do some sort of modifications with the data, in order to do some changes with the table that we have created in our Snowflake, it is required for us to pause the pipe for some time. Then we have to recreate it in order to make it much more better. So in order to do all those things, it is very much required for a developer to check the pipes that we have created in Snowflake, and we should know how to manage them in Snowflake. Hi, I'm M. Asif Hussain from KnowHow Academy. What are we going to learn in this video? We are going to learn and understand how to manage the pipes in Snowflake. We are even going to see how to pause the pipe and resume the pipe in Snowflake. Along with that, we are even going to learn and understand how to recreate the pipe in Snowflake. So by the end of this video, you could able to understand how we have to show the pipes in Snowflake, the function of it, and how we have to pause and resume it in Snowpipe. So watch till the end, my dear viewers. So here, let me show you that I have a pipe which is already created and we call it as EMP pipe. So I have created one pipe called EMP pipe, the name of the pipe. So now if I would like to see the pipe that I have created, I would like to go and see describe pipe that I have created. Now as you can see here, we can see the name of the pipe, the database name where this pipe is stored, which is in a managed database, and the schema, it is a pipe obviously, and we will get a notification channel, and this notification channel, as you all are aware that with this notification channel we will use it in our particular AWS account. That's where we can enable the S3 notification. Okay, that's what we have used it for. Alright, so this is something about the pipe. So now if I would like to see the pipes, I will just go and retrieve show pipes. It will show us what are the pipes that we have it in our particular Snowflake. Now let us see, for example, if you have the pipes which are more than 10, which are more than 15 and all, and you would like to see only the specific pipes of the specific names, then what we are going to use, we are going to use a like command, and we will use this this percentile symbol before and after the name, so that it will show us only the pipes which are having with this particular name. Okay, so that's what we have. So in this scenario, I have only one particular pipe which is EMP, that's why it is showing only EMP. But if you have those pipes which are you have some 5 pipes created, some 10 pipes you have created in your particular database, and now you would like to see only EMP out of all those things, so we will use the like operator here. And now if I want to see the pipes in the database that I have created, then what we use a show pipes in database, manage database. So now that's what we go and use it, and we get the same information. Now in which schema? Again, for the schema, if you would like to specifically show, then we will get this manage database dot pipes. All right. So now if you would like to join both, if you want to see the database, and in this database I would like to see this particular pipe with the EMP. So that's what, if you would like to see, then we can go with the show pipes, like we have this EMP in database. So that's a very simple thing that we can go and write and execute it, right? So we get this information. Now let us consider that I want to change the pipe, or else I would like to alter the stage. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going and creating another table. Okay, so now what I'm doing, I know that in my particular table, so if you just want to show this our first database, under public we have tables, and under the tables I already have one table which is EMP, and as you can see that under this EMP we have ID, we have first name, we have last name, we have email, we have location, and we have department. So these are these 6 particular columns that I have it in my EMP table. In which table? EMP table. Now what I'm trying to do, in order to do some changes, so what I'm trying to do, in order to recreate the pipe, what I'm going to do, I am first creating one another table, the similar table to the EMP, but just changing the name as EMP2. I'm just changing the name here. So for this, what I'm doing, So now create or replace table. I'm choosing the table name and I'm writing the columns ID, which is numbers. That's why I'm choosing the data type as integer. And I have the first name, last name, email, location and department, which are considered under the string data type. So this is the very simple table that I am just creating with reference to my EMP table, which I have already created. As you can see that here we have 6 columns with the similar column names, and the same 6 columns I'm creating here in my new table, which is EMP2. Alright, so now what I'm trying to do, I'm just going and executing this one. So as soon as I create this one, I can see that EMP2 table is successfully created. So now let's go and cross verify it in our particular database. So I'll just go and refresh it. We can see that we have got EMP2 table as well. So earlier I had EMP, now I have EMP2. Alright, so now my dear viewers, if you want to do some recreation, if you want to do some changes, then the pipe which is already functioning, what you have to do, you have to pause the pipe. You should not remove the pipe. You have to pause the pipe for some time. Later you can resume it. It's very easy. Okay. So now let's go and see how we have to pause it. So I'm using the alter pipe command. Under manage database, I have this EMP pipe. Now what I am setting here, I am setting pipe execution paused. If I keep this true, then this will be paused. If I keep it false, it will be resumed, as simple as such. Okay. So now what I'm doing, I'm just executing this one as true so that the pipe, it is paused. Now it is paused. Now it is paused. So now I can do whatever the changes I can, whatever the recreation I want to do. I can happily do it in my particular pipe or table. Then what I can do, I'll come back and again I'll do false here so that my pipe will be resumed. So it starts functioning, as simple as such. So now what I'm doing here, in order to verify whether the pipe is paused or not and has the pending file count 0, that's what it should be. So let's go and verify. In order to verify the pipe, the very simple query here is select what is the status of the pipe, system pipe. What is the status? That's what I'm writing it. And status of what? Of pipe. In which location? Under manage DB. That's what I'm choosing it here. Very simple. Under manage DB, I have this EMP pipe. Alright. So now what I'm trying to do, I'll just select this one and I will execute it. So as soon as I execute it, you can see that the status, it is paused. Can you see this? It is paused. As you can see, the pending file count, it is 0, right? So the execution state, it is paused. Very good. Now I am sure that my pipe is paused. So that's how you have to go and verify it. That's how you have to go and cross check it. Directly creating a syntax, directly writing a query, executing it, and directly jumping on the workflow, that's wrong. So you have to go and verify step by step so that it will be easy for you, so that you can complete your entire part without any sort of errors or mistakes. Alright. Now point the comes is, so here I am going and recreating the pipe. So now in order to recreate the pipe, so what I am doing, create or replace pipe with the old pipe name that the pipe, that EMP pipe that I have it. So now what I am trying to do, I am just using auto ingest and I am copying the data into my new table EMP2 that I have created. Okay, very simple. I am creating or replacing the pipe. Okay, so with the EMP pipe name, auto ingest, it is true obviously. As now what I am copying into the table, so from the CSV folder, right? So if I just go and execute it, we can see that whatever the EMP2 table that I have created, so for that I am just copying it. So now you can see that the pipe, EMP pipe, successfully created. What it is? It is successfully created. So now what I am trying to do, let's go and refresh the pipe. Let's verify. What I'm doing, the new pipe that I have created. So now what I'm doing, I'm going and refreshing the pipe. So as soon as I click on this particular refresh, we have an option called refresh, and this is the pipe name, EMP pipe. Now you can see that the status, it is sent. It is true. It's processed, right? So that modified data I have, updated data I have, and EMP1 data I have it. The status is sent, and the rows that we have are 3. That's correct. Now let's go and list all the files in the stage that we have it. So in which stage? In external stage, as you can see here. So we have something called as external stage under our manage DB, and under pipes we have the EMP pipes, right? Under we have the EMP pipes. So that's what I'm doing it. So now in the manage DB we also have something called as external stages. So under stages we have something called as this one, CSV folder, the CSV folder. So under that I'm just going and listing it out, and let's see what all we have it in this particular CSV folder. As you can see that we have 1 2 3 4 5 total 5 CSV files we have it. So all those files that we have it, it is getting listed out. So now let's go and see the EMP2 table, whether we have the data in it or we don't have the data in it. As you can see, we do not have the data in it. As we do not have the data in this new particular table that we have created, we have to manually go and reload the data. So for that, what I am doing here, I am using the copy command, copy into this particular table from the database that we have and the stage. So now as you can see, as soon as I have executed this one, we have got the data into our particular table. We have got the data into our particular table. So now what we have to do, we have to go and resume the pipe. So in order to resume the pipe, we are going to use the same command, but just we are writing false here. So now when I execute it, we can see that the statement executed successfully. Now let's verify whether our pipe is running or not. So earlier it was paused. Now we are seeing that it is running. So it is successful. All right. So my dear viewers, understanding how to manage the pipes, how we have to pause and how we have to resume the pipe is very important whenever we are going and recreating and altering a pipe in Snowflake. Right? So today in this video, we have learned how to manage the pipe in Snowflake, how to pause and resume the pipe in Snowflake, how we have to recreate the pipe to change the copy command in Snowflake. Thank you for choosing KnowHow Academy as your source for IT knowledge. We are always here to help you to navigate the tech world. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out. It's been a pleasure sharing this information with you. Stay curious and keep learning.